Hi everyone, welcome to another video lesson, and in this video lesson you're going to learn how to complete the square, but notice in this case a is not equal to 1. So this a in the standard form equation is not 1 for today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So notice first example, the value of a is 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor out the a value just like a GCF. So what I'm going to do is, so y equals, then I'm going to factor out the 3. And notice I'm just going to do it from for a and b. Okay, so for these two terms. So 3 is a GCF. Now this becomes x squared. And then this becomes 8x. Because 24 divided by 3 is 8. So then we have the plus 1 outside. So then I'm going to do what I did yesterday with a being equal to 1. So divide the b value by 2. So then the equation becomes 3x, and then a divided by 2 is 4, so plus 4, square it, and then don't forget that plus 1. But then outside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 4, okay, so I have, let's see, 4 squared is equal to 16. Then I'm going to multiply that 16 by this 3. Okay, so I have 3 times 16. This is equal to, let's see, let's see, so 3 times 16, that's equal to 48. But then this is positive, so I have to undo it over here. So then this is minus 48. So then the equation in vertex form is y equals 3 times x plus 4 squared minus 47. And again, I'm going to check this equation by expanding. If I don't get this back, then that means this is incorrect. So I have to go back and check my work. Okay. So I've just copied this here, expanding x plus 4, because we have 2 of them. That's what the square means. So then y equals, keep that 3 for now, and multiply x times x. That gives us x squared. X times 4 is 4x. 4 times x, another 4x's. So 8x. And then 4 times 4 is 16. And then we have the minus 47 outside. Now I'm going to distribute 3 to every single term inside of the parentheses. So then the equation becomes 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times 8x, that's 24x. 3 times 16, that's positive 48. And then we have minus 47 outside. So then after simplifying this further, we have the y equals 3x squared plus 24x plus 1. Okay, now check. 3x squared, we got that. 24x, we have that 2, and plus 1, we also have that 1. So that means this equation works. Okay, so always when you complete the square, don't forget to check your answer. And if you get what you were given back, then that means your solution should work. Let's go on to the next example. So for this one again, I'm going to factor out the a value. So 5, and then this becomes x squared. Negative 20 divided by 5, that's minus 4x, and then minus 3 outside. Then I'm going to take the b value and I'm going to divide that by 2. Okay, so then the equation is now y equals 5 times x, and then this is minus 2 squared minus 3. Then I'm going to take that negative 2 outside. So negative 2, I'm going to square it. That gives me positive 4. But then I have a 5 that I need to multiply by. So then multiply 4 times 5, which is equal to 20. Right? So then I know I need to undo this over here, which means I'm going to subtract 20. So then the equation becomes y equals 5 times x minus 2 squared minus 23. And again, before I box it in, I'm going to check my answer. So then check. So I just copied that down. So y equals, keep that 3 outside for now. X times x squared. X times negative 2, that's negative 2x. Negative 2 times x, another negative 2x's. So they combine to negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's a positive 4. And then don't lose that minus 23. Now distribute the 3. So y equals 3x squared minus 12x, and then plus 12 minus 23. And I just caught myself making a big mistake, okay, because this shouldn't be a 3, it should be a 5. I'm looking at this problem, so it should be a 5, not a 3. So that's going to change. I'm going to change this to 5. So then this is 5. So then this becomes 5x. And 5 times negative 4, that's negative 20. And I apologize about this. So negative 20x. And then this becomes 5 times 4 is positive 20. Okay, so as you can see, I made a mistake, but I caught myself because I saw that I didn't get this back, right? So then once you catch yourself, just go back and correct whatever you made a mistake. Okay, so this is 5x squared, and then negative 20x, and 20 minus 23, that's minus 3. And now check, 5x squared minus 20x minus 3. So that means this answer is correct. Okay, let's go on to the next example. So for this one, notice the value of a is negative. So y equals factor the negative 6. So then this becomes x squared. This becomes negative because I'm factoring out a negative, so it becomes minus. So minus 2x, and then minus 9 outside. Then, as we have done before, divide that by 2. So then the equation becomes y equals negative 6 times x minus 1 square minus 9. Then I'm going to take the 1 outside. So negative 1, I'm going to square it, and that equals 1. Then I'm going to multiply that 1 by negative 6. So negative 6 times 1 gives me negative 6. Since this is negative, to undo it here, I have to add it. Okay, instead of subtracting, now I add it because it's negative. So then the equation is y equals negative 6 times x minus 1 squared. Negative 9 plus 6, that's minus 3. Okay, then I'm going to check. So negative 6, and then x times x, I get the x squared back. X times negative 1, that's negative 1x. Negative 1 times x, they combine to negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1, minus 3. Now distribute. So then y equals negative 6x squared. Negative times negative is positive, so 6 times 2 is 12x. Negative 6 times 1, negative 6, and then minus 3. So then y equals negative 6x squared plus 12x minus 9. Now I check. Let's check this. So we got negative 6x squared, positive 12x, and minus 9. So therefore, this answer of ours is correct. Okay. All right, next example. So for this one, we have another a value that is negative. So let's factor it out. So then this becomes x squared. Dividing negative 24 by negative 4, that becomes plus 6x, right? And then outside we have plus 3. Okay, so take our b value, divided by 2. So y equals negative 4 times x plus 3 squared plus 3. So now take this 3 and square it outside. So then this is 9, then multiply that by negative 4. And that gives us negative 36. Since it's negative, to undo it, we add it. So plus 36. So then y equals negative 4 times x plus 3 squared plus 39. So I am not going to check this for the sake of time, but I know it works. But you can check this yourself. Okay. All right, the next one, the last example. We have a negative in front of the square, so let's factor out a negative 1. So negative 1, then this is positive x squared. This changes to negative 8x, and then plus 7 outside. Then, as we've done before, divide this by 2. So then y equals negative 1 times x minus 4 squared plus 7. Then let's take this outside. So negative 4, square it. That gives you negative positive 16. And then multiply by that negative 1. And that makes the 16 a negative 16. Then let's undo it here. Instead of minus, we do plus 16. So then the equation is y equals negative. I'll just do the negative here. That's implied to be a negative 1. X minus 4 squared plus 23. And again, I am not going to check this one for the sake of time, but you can check this and you should be able to check and see that this actually works. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.